Hello and welcome, Sudoku friends, to the New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle of today. And today is the 29th of September 2023. It's a full moon. It's the last of the 4 super full moons of 2023. Let's see what we have to deal with here. I want to mix it up a little. I want you to participate in today's solve. Rather than passively listening or watching me solve it, which I hope, of course, that I will be able to do, I would like for you to participate. So for your first task, please identify a 3 in the center horizontal shoot. See, it's so much easier when I don't have to do it first. Look at the 3 blocking over here and the 3 blocking over here. We need a 3 here. Now see if you can find an easy 4 for the left shoot. Where do you think the 4 goes in the left shoot? I can tell you that it will be in column 3. That's right. We got a 4 blocking these 2 squares, a 4 blocking these 2 squares, and a 4 blocking these 2 squares. So a 4 must go here. Now it should be easy to find a 4 for the center box, the box number 5. That's right. We got a 4 blocking across and another 4 blocking across and this 4 blocking up. So a 4 must go here. I'm keeping a close watch on 3 digits in the upper shoot. These digits up here, the 1, 6, and an 8. And why do you think I do that? That is, of course, because none of these 3 squares can be a 1, 6, and an 8. Now, let's look at the center column. We have a 1, 6, and an 8 here as well. So this square cannot be a 1, 6, or an 8. Therefore, these 3 squares here must be 1, 6, and an 8 in some order. The order is not given, and I don't know where it's going to go. But if they have to be a 1, 6, and an 8, I can see that this 3 can't go here. It also can't go here, here, or here, because they have to be a 1, 6, and an 8. We have a 3 blocking up here. So it's clear to me that one of these 2 squares must be a 3. And a 2 must go here or here. How did I figure out that? Well, this 2 blocks up here. Therefore, one of these must be a 2. So a ghost 2 here blocking up, and this 2 blocking up, and this 2 blocking across gives me a possibility in these 2 squares for the 2. Now, please find a 6 for me for the right shoot. That's right. We have a 6 blocking across here and down here. So here's a 6. Now, I'm already thinking about the 1 and an 8. 2 of these 3 squares here must be a 1 and an 8. Therefore, a 2, 3, and a 4 must go here, here, and somewhere down here. And since we know that this can't be a 2 because of this 2, we also know it can't be a 3 because we just figured out that the 3 must go here or here. It follows that this must be a 4. Now, of course, we can find a 4 for box number 2, can't we? Because a 4 blocks across here and across here. And we got these 2 4s blocking these 2 squares. So here's a 4. And I believe we can also easily find the remaining 4 that we need for the grid, because we have these 2 4s blocking these 6 squares here. And we've got this 4 blocking across and this 4 blocking across. Therefore, this must be a 4. We are no closer to the 1, 8, 2, 3 here. I'm watching the 5, 7, 9. First of all, the 7 and 9 must go in 2 of these squares over here. And now I'm watching the 5s because this 5 blocks up and one of these must be a 5, therefore one of these, because we know that this is a 1, 6, or an 8, so one of these is a 5, and therefore we have a 5 either here or here. I'm looking at the 6s, and I'm sure that you can find a 6 for box 9. See, the 6 blocks here and here, this 6 blocks here, this 6 blocks here, so 6 must go here. Now we can find a 6 for row 8 because of this 6 blocking across, and this 6 blocking across, and this 6 blocking down. Here's a 6. Now we can find a 6 for the third row. It's easy. This 6 blocks up and this 6 blocks across. Here's 6. And what I believe to be the last 6 today must go in this square here, because these 6s block these 6 squares, and this 6 blocks this square. So a 6 goes here. Now we are looking for a 1, 8 here and a 1, 8 here. A 9 must go either here or here. We have 1s here, here, or here. We have a 2 and 7 in 2 of these squares here, because the 2 and a 7 block this square. And that is also the reason that this must be a 1 or a 9. And actually, this must be a 2 or a 7, because we need a 2, 5, 7, and a 9 to complete column 7. We have a 5 and a 9 here, so this is a 2 or a 7, these being a 3 and a 9. Remember our argument from earlier, the 9 blocks across and the 3 blocks across. So 3 and 9 can't go here, therefore 3 and 9 must go in 2 of these 3 squares. Let's have another look at row 3. Can you spot a pair? A nice pair. The way we spot this particular pair is by looking at the 1 and the 3 blocking this square, and the 1 and the 3 blocking this square. And therefore, this square and this square must be a 2 and a 5. So remember how we said that this cannot be a 5 because it must be a 1 or an 8? We have a 5 blocking up here. Therefore, a 5 had to go here or here. Now, since one of these here is a 2 and the other is a 5, there's no way that this can be a 5. Therefore, the 5 must go up here. So 1, 3, 2, 5. We got a 3 and a 5 here, and we got a 2 here. So this has got to be a 1. We have a 1 blocking across, and a 1 blocking across, and a 1 blocking up. So this is a 1. Now a 2, 5, and a 3 across here. The 3 blocks here, and this 3 blocks here. So here's a 3. Now we have a 3 either here or here. Here we're looking for a 3 and an 8. And we know that this can't be a 3 because one of these is a 3. Therefore, the 8 goes here, and the 3 goes here. Now we have this 8 blocking down, and we have these 2 8s blocking these 3 squares. So an 8 goes here. And it's easy now to find an 8 for box 7 because of these 2 8s blocking these 5 squares here. The 8 must go here. And it's easy also now to find an 8 for box 9 because we've got this 8 and this 8 blocking these 4 squares. And we've got this 8 and this 8 blocking these 4 squares. So there's only this corner cell left for an 8. Now I think we can do something with this box number 2, because the top row still needs to find a 5, 7, and an 8. The 8 here and here, of course, force an 8 to go here, and this is a 7 and a 9. Therefore, these cannot be 7 and 9, then it must be a 5 and a 2. Here we said we need a 5 and a 7. The 5 blocks down, giving us a 7 here and a 5 here. Now we can easily find a 5 for box 4. We got a 5 blocking up. So there's only one square left for a 5. And now these have to be a 1 and a 9. Here we know that one of them is a 9 and the other must be a 2. This 2 gives us a 9 here and a 2 here. Here now we need a 1, 3 and a 7. And that's not as easy. We can't find a 5 now for box 8. Can you spot it? Knowing that one of these is a 5 blocking down and this 5 blocking down and this 5 blocking across gives us a 5 here. And now we can find a 5 for box 9 because we have these two 5s blocking across and we have this 5 blocking down. Here is a 5. Can you spot a 7? And it must go in row 9. It's easy enough. We need a 1, 3 and a 7 to fill the row. There's a 1 and a 3 blocking this square, which therefore must be a 7. Now we have a 1 and a 3 here, and we can solve those. Can you see how we can solve those? And the reasoning behind it? Look at the 1 here blocking down. It gives me a 1 for either of these two squares blocking down. Therefore, this cannot be a 1. It must be a 3. And this must be a 1. Now we are looking for a 9 and a 7 for these two squares. Now give me a 9, please, for box number 9. That's right. This is box 9, and the 9 blocks down, giving me only one choice, a take it or leave it choice of a 9 here. Now we know that a 2 and a 9 must go in these two squares. How do we know that? Well, we need a 2, 7 and a 9 to complete the column. And there is a 9 and a 2 blocking this square, which therefore must be a 7. And this is now a 9 and a 2. So that raises a question, what might go in here if this is a 2 and a 9? That's right, a 7. Now remember this 7-9 pair we had in the top row. This now must be the 9, and this must be the 7. Now we can find a 9 for column 5, because this 9 blocks down, giving me a 9 here. Now let's see if we can quickly complete this puzzle. Can we do anything here? We need a 1 and a 2, so we can. There's a 2 blocking across, giving me a 1 here and a 2 here. And that leaves only this square here now for the 3. Now 9, 5, and a 2 for these squares. This 9 blocks up, and this 9 blocks over. So here's a 9. Now a 2 and a 5 here. The 5 blocks up, so here's a 2. Therefore, we have a 2 here, we have a 5 here, and we have a 5 here. This square must be a 2, and therefore we know that this is a 2, and we know that this is a 9, giving us a 9 over here and a 1 up here. Now this must be a 1, and this must be a 7. This 1 blocks over, giving me a 3 for this square and a 1 for this, and a 3 for this. And this has got to be a 7. And that is how we can solve today's New York Times Hard Sudoku. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye for now.